And we're live.
When is the next drinking show? And please invite me.
Yes, we'll get you on.
I forgot how embarrassed I was the last time when I pissed all over my bathroom.
So the next drinking episode is also the next smoking episode, and it is 120 days away. Exactly. 120 days, 2 hours, 19 minutes, and 0 seconds. We just rolled over. Yeah. So we get to the old freedom ticker.
Oh my God.
It just says great. Freedom, and it's always counting down.
I love smoking pot. Oh, it's half.
That's right. And I swear to God, I'm painting my face like William Wallace, and I'm going to find a movie quality wig to wear for that event. That's going to be fun.
Yes.
I'm just going to dress up as William Wallace, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Get drunk also, though. Because
I mean, we may just go. I mean, the plan was Colorado, but maybe we just go to Oregon and we just do all the drugs, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
The Shrooms show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, welcome to PKA 602. Kyle did a lot of shrooms and died earlier. So,
of course, you can't overdose, but we,
well, he did jump
Airbnb
out the window though because he said he could fly. So,
see, I don't think that's that realistic.
You can overdose on asphalt.
I think those are dare tier stories.
All right,
yeah, it's always weird because you don't know why they know you, so they can have like vastly different opinions of you or like you for different reasons depending on what they know. Because especially for if you've been on the internet for a long time, right? There's a lot of stuff out there. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried that he's heard things I've said. That's my concern.
Yeah. Well, we've said it before. Like when people ask me, like in my professional life, like, you do that podcast, right? It's like, yeah, fucking way too hard to find though. I got to go. Like, just
way too hard to find. Yeah.
No,
I mean, if you knew the name of it, that'd probably work, but there's no telling.
I was talking to someone who I worked with closely, and I never sent him to the YouTube one because like it just feels more brutal there. So I was like, oh, let's go to iTunes and let's search up PKA. And I was just like, please, like, what did we talk about last week? Like, what was on this episode? He's gonna listen to it. He's like, I'll listen to it on the way home. I'm like, I beg you not to. And I hope you enjoy it, man. And then he was like, oh, you guys got a lot of reviews. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, why? What does this review mean? It is so kind of Woody and Kyle to allow Taylor on the show despite his developmental disorder. There's a bit of a joke that I'm retarded and that I'm allowed on the show anyway, even though I'm retarded. And I was like, he's going to hate this so much. And he was like laughing his ass off in the middle of this like post-meeting conference room thing. Like, so they think you're retarded? And I'm like, well in a jokey way, in a jokey way.
No, that's why it's funny, because he knows I'm not retarded.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't know. He might think I'm retarded.
Yeah, that was, and I guarantee he did not listen to that episode. Or if he did, he didn't bring it up to me again. So,
yeah.
That's neat. Kyle, you get recognized all the time. I'm sure.
A little bit. Occasionally, like maybe if I'm in a mall or something, maybe 1 out of 5 times or something like that. But whenever people ask about the show, I'm just like, you're gonna figure it out eventually. And it's this and that. Yeah. Watch this one where I get real drunk and insult a crippled man. Yeah, that's the one. Let's start with that one.
Like, I don't get why you guys I don't get why you guys would care. You can just say fuck off. You got your own gig. You got your own thing. You don't have to go like work in the workaday world. Like if I was like full time, I would not care at all.
Well, like, it's it depends. It depends. You need some context for some of the things that I've said.
There's no good context for so much of it.
There's no good context for much of it. There's no good context.
After every drinking episode, it's like, oh no, what happened in the last 2 hours? Like, that's genuine. That's why I don't like doing the drinking episodes as much. It's fun during the show, but the next morning you wake up so hungover and you're like, oh no, I definitely got to that point of drunk where I couldn't construct anything witty or clever, and so I just got mean. And just said mean-spirited things.
I can be mean with like 1/5 of my IQ. I can be mean as fuck. Actually, I get meaner then, because so Destiny, we had a drinking episode. This has been about 4 years ago, I guess. Mm-hmm. And I got drunker than I had ever been as an adult. I don't think I threw up because I was like eating an appropriate amount as I drank. Like when I would go like to take piss breaks, I would like eat a piece of bread or something because I knew that would like help keep me alive. And I was drinking tons of water. So I didn't get sick, but I forgot who I was. I became a different person. And at some point, and I had memory loss, which I've never had before. I blacked out like a good portion of the show, maybe the last 30 minutes. And it was in that 30 minutes that Woody's was at least then, and I'm sure he still cares for them a good deal now, a fan of this this YouTube channel, Sailing La Vagabond, about this couple of Australians, a man and a woman, a cute couple, who like tour the world on their yacht and sort of like make that their like life's ambition to just sail around, be vagabonds. And they make YouTube videos. Well, the gentleman, the man in the couple, had an injury, a back injury. I think he'd fallen maybe on the yacht or something like that, and like had some vertebrae crushed or fractured.
Re-injured, so it was extra dicey.
Very severe.
Yeah.
And there was a chance that he'd never walk again, or at least maybe not have full mobility. And the woman in the picture is a very attractive lady. And so drunk me said something like, and I use an Australian accent as best I could in that state, but I said something like, maybe she would like to be with a man who could still fucking walk. Jesus. And yeah, that's where I started. That was my opening line. But like the next day, someone like one
it
of my
was
friends,
funny because you kept going just like in a drunk, like, hey, Elena, I can fuck you even better than fucking your crippled loser of a husband now, probably.
Yeah.
Like it's like, and of course we're all wasted, so it's like, we're out of content.
I don't know if I started talking about her gross pepperoni nipples at that point, but at some point
she's
I said
a lovely
that.
whooping.
Yeah, and it needs to get those nipples fixed though. This is fucking.
Kyle's just unfamiliar with the temporary change that pregnant women's nipples go through.
I hope it's temporary. I'd cut them off before I'd live with that.
That would be a terrible look.
That'd be a bad idea because they come back fine.
Be like a mannequin.
Their channels,
hope so.
I still watch their channel, and it's interesting. Like she has run into some unhappiness sometimes. The kid has added a little stress along the way. Like in the beginning, it was just everyone wishes they were them. Now they add a little more real to it, where they're like, we're good at sailing, but you do kind of battle for your life every day, and it can be a little stressful. And when these times come along, like there's just never any rest. There's always work to be done. There's always the sea. There's always, and
man, they were so nice. We shouldn't have been so mean to them.
they are nice, yeah.
They were so nice.
I mean, they still are nice. They're not dead yet, but keep living that life. We'll see. But yeah, like the next day, someone told me like, you went real hard on whatever that fucking guy's name is, and I was like, what are you talking about? Last night on the show? It's like, yeah, I just finished watching it. I started watching as soon as you guys, uploaded. And I was just like, what did I say? I don't remember saying anything like that. He's like, and he started telling me the things I had said, and I had no memory of them. I'm like, link me the show. And I'm like watching the last 30 minutes, and it's so weird to watch yourself but have no.
You don't remember?
Yeah, to have no memory of it.
It's an
and it was the night
unsettling
before,
feeling.
right? Like it's not like I'm watching some, maybe you watch some video from years ago and you're like, I don't even remember that day. This was the night before. I'm still wearing those pants. Like this just happened. And I have no memory of it. And I was being such a piece of shit. And like usually 99% of the time I have no regrets about anything I say on here, because I think that the people who have a sense of humor or aren't socially retarded get that I'm saying it because I want them to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm not really a mean person at all. And I really do care about like not hurting people's feelings in real life. It's a big deal to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I regretted saying those things so much, and I still do. That was awful. I should not have said that, and I would never say that when I was sober.
I know. That's why it happened on a drinking episode.
His name's Riley, by the way.
I don't know.
Riley? He's got his legs back.
I'm glad Riley can walk.
He can.
And
He can. He could run, swim. Does all the things.
all the leg things. It's good for you, Riley.
What if you broke your back and then he made like a response video?
So
Oh man.
heard you had a bit of a fall the other day.
You took a little tumble, did you? Oh, that
Yeah.
sucks. Heard you went to prison, yeah? No,
Bit of a cripple.
yeah, No, he's too.
He's been working on his fucking Comedy Central roast for 4 fucking years, just waiting on me to get crippled.
Taylor,
Yeah, I wouldn't blame him at all. I wouldn't blame him at all.
Bringing up old times. Taylor came. It wasn't a drinking episode, but if Taylor's here, at least old Taylor, there's a chance it might have been.
That was college Taylor.
College Taylor. We're all drinking episodes. Anyway, you roasted Lefty. And I don't know, maybe I'm socially retarded, but it seemed like there was a bit of sincerity. There was did you kept saying he wasn't funny, stuff
Can
along those lines.
Can I answer this for Taylor and see how close I am?
Sure.
Look, I think Lefty was on the show because I was traveling so much. Is that right?
Yeah, I think there's a relation there.
Yeah, I was traveling a bunch, filming and stuff, and I just wasn't a reliable host. And so we needed somebody to fill in. They needed somebody to fill in. So Lefty became kind of a mainstay on the show. I was smoking a lot of weed back then, but I still have no memory of Lefty as a human being. He was so milquetoast and boring and terrible at his job. And I feel like Taylor recognized that, and he was and everything he said, while it was mean and he wouldn't normally say those things, not only was it genuine coming from Taylor, it was all the fucking truth. Because I got nothing against Lefty as a person, okay, but we're talking about professionally, right? Like pretend we're coal miners, right? And he's just not fucking good at mining coal. He's always breaking picks. He's always taking piss breaks. Like we're not getting enough anthracite out of this fucking hole, right? He's a bad fucking coal miner, but he's been promoted to
head of coal mining.
Yeah, and Taylor's over here, fucking king of the coal mine, pickaxe in each hand. On his own.
I'm freelancing at the coal mine.
He's a freelance coal miner, making people laugh at his apartment and at bars and stuff, and they're yucking it up every night. And he knows he's a better coal miner than this Lefty guy who's head of coal mining over at PKA Anthracite Company. And so, yeah, when he was on a guest and he got a few drinks in him, he let him know, dude, you're a shitty fucking coal miner. You're lucky. You're lucky. I got better things to do with my life right now than mine fucking coal. Or I'd come in there and mine so much fucking coal that I'd have enough to shove up your not so funny fat ass. And so that's what he was thinking, and that's more or less what he said.
Yeah, yeah, you hit it pretty close. I no part in my mind I recall thinking I'd be better as a permanent host on the show. Not at all, because I just remember, because I was a listener to the show at the time, and I remember not liking him as a host. I would be like, God damn it, there's not going to be any jokes. Someone would say something off the cuff or silly, and it'd be like, well, hold on, back up. What's the actual policy there? And it's like, it doesn't matter. That's not what we're talking about. And so but I had way more than a few drinks. The way it went is I was day drinking with friends on I guess it was Friday at the time, because you guys used to record on Friday, and it was Friday evening, and I'd been out with buddies all day drinking, yucking it up, and I got a message on Skype when I got back, you want to hop on the show tonight? And I'm already fucking borderline blackout drunk. I'm like, yeah, and I just turn on my webcam, my eyes not even looking in the same direction, just blackout drunk. And the thing I remember encouraging me the most is I'd be like, dude, Lefty, you're a fat retard, you're not even funny, man, or just whatever it was. And then I was getting so many laughs from that. I'm like, I'm drunk, I'm going back to the well. I'm going back to the well for Lefty, you suck at this, you're a fat retard, you're a dumb bitch, your stories aren't fun, whatever.
You might have called him a cunt 100 times that night.
You're a fucking cunt.
You remember that? He started talking about something. I'm like, shut the fuck up, cunt. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about you.
And the funny thing was, and
then the next day, I didn't remember hardly any of that show. And I did feel really bad because I was like, Lefty never did anything to you at all.
And he handled it so professionally that night and the following days.
That's true. He handled it with aplomb. He handled it professionally, laughed along with it. Yeah, so I never harbored any ill will towards him. I was getting laughs.
I don't dislike Lefty as a person. I just hated working with him, and I have no memory of it.
Yeah, well, how long was he?
Yeah,
I mean, my favorite,
a year or two or something like that. And I don't even know his real fucking name.
I don't either. Don't even know his real fucking name.
Woody knows it because he wrote him checks.
Yeah,
that's
I do
the
know
only reason.
You know what? So Lefty really valued his privacy. So I'm not about to say his name, even though I bet a lot of people listening are like, it's, because it's known. But when I No. Kyle guessed it. He didn't get it. I'll happily tell you. But anyway, where I'm headed on this is I needed his address. So I could send him checks. And he was like trying to come up with alternatives to telling me his address. And it's like, I am not a random person from the internet. I'm not going to show up on... I've never shared it. It's been a decade or so. You can trust me. And but I thought it was a next level of privacy to not tell your co-host your address.
Can you just use like a PO box or?
He could have. He gave me his address.
Okay.
But
or he gave you a address. An address.
He cashed the check, so I guess it worked.
So he got it.
But yeah, anyway, I thought that was interesting that he didn't tell me.